by. Sorry, just throwing my phone off. Um, yeah, so going on from last time, so for a couple of weeks I was running into an issue. Oh, right, I need to close everything else, don't I? Having some system struggles. That needs to be kept open. This can be closed. Yep, awesome. Yeah, so the last few sessions before that, I couldn't figure out how I was going to get enemies onto the screen and working with collisions, and it was a nightmare. But I finally added portals, and I did some stuff on my own to have a look at how do I make these portals pop up. And I ran into a behavior issue because I was just like, well, how can I have more than two behaviors that keep moving back and forth? And looking over my previous code, I actually found how I was going to do that using a switch on integer. So using that, I was able to have that open, stay open, and then close animation, which was really good. I do have this really weird bug now. Well, I'm going to make it a feature. It's now a new hazard, where... Hey there, Sanu. Hey there, Sanu. Yeah, so right now there's like two or three of them pop up before one of them enemies pop up. But I've also made it tagged as an enemy, which means that is now an environmental hazard that the player needs to avoid. A friend did give me the feedback that I should be adding a alert, so that's kind of what we're gonna go over now. We're gonna have a I'm gonna make a quick little alert thing for it to pop up before the portal does, so that... Oh, whoops. Thank you, Sanu. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, sometimes because my laptop, I've got a laptop and a GPU, neither of which do well under these strenuous circumstances. I have to enable performance mode, which means I can't see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so in this session I'm going to be adding that alert before the portal opens up, but and then enable the I have Lenovo Carbon X5. Yeah, Lenovo Carbon X15. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option actually. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll definitely look into that because um it is. It's a very good business laptop, but it doesn't do well when I'm trying to stream and play 3D games at the same time. And Fridays is when I usually do my game highlights, where I find other random artists and show how they do it, give them a quick review, things that I would improve if I was the one designing it, things that I find really interesting from a game design point of view, and just give them a little bit of a shout out, put them up on socials. Yes, I have an external graphics unit, which is also provided by Lenovo, so those are very compatible together. Anyway, I'm just gonna jump in and start working on this. So, just a quick question for you, Sanu. Have you seen blueprints before? Because that's what should be. Yeah. So this is what I use. I use blueprints. Have you seen these before? Because I was gonna talk through this code anyway, but I'm happy to go further in depth if I'm, going to be helping someone along their game development journey, because this software is actually free and I highly recommend it. Okay, so these are actually chunks of pre-written code. So I'm just going to zoom in here. And if you've done any coding, yeah, so cool. This is a lot faster because they're pre-written code. Yeah. And I actually have trouble, I just have trouble missing dashes and hyphens and stuff, and this saves me a lot of time. So yeah, so I'm guessing you kind of have a vague idea of what's going on here, because these are the logic paths. You know what an increment is, so cool. I won't need to go into a lot of depth, but I will be actually talking through these branches because I remember I made them very quickly as I went. because I was testing a variety of things, but I didn't actually break down what these branches mean. So here I've got a behavior pathway. So, oh wait. So just to show you what it looks like, I'm just gonna press play so you can see what I mean. And so that's gonna do its thing. And so, whoop, what's this? That was rude. Okay, so I'm having an issue where it's not doing what it's supposed to. So these are supposed to start out in scale down. So I'm just going to go over, so this is my player where I put... It was working yesterday, which is really what's shitting me. So what have we got here? So this starts out scaled down to 0. I can code, I prefer not to, I'm not great at it. So this is a nice midway between I've got ideas, these ideas are now streamlined thanks to someone else's blocks of code. So all the logic is mine, I know all the coding concepts, like arrays and structs and stuff, but I'm just skipping the process of actually writing it, which saves me so much time. Yeah, so just to go over here, I've got the stage. This default value is 0. I am 24 and have only started game developing within the last year. Okay, so for some reason it is spawning. For some reason it's spawning. Wait, no, hold on. Does it animate the other way? Okay, so they just randomly disappear, which wasn't what happened before. Alright, so for some reason it is not doing either of the animation. Okay, so I'm going to go over and see the way that it spawns here. Okay, so what's going on is I've got my spawner, I've got the point at which it spawns, so it takes a random point within 400 by 200, so on, whoop. So, there we go. So somewhere within this region, it's going to spawn at random. Oops, here we go. And then return that bounding box, set that as the spawn location for the portal. Oh, there we go. Unreal is just having a bit of a moment. And rotation at 0, that's fine. Yep, so that's the portal. And we are setting the enemy number. We're using the number of enemies as... Where is it? I'm just going to move this here. As the amount of time that the portal is opened. I'm just wondering, like, what's making it skip to existing and then not existing, because it looked really nice before. Because it has a rotation movement. It has a rotation movement, which, if you have a look here, I can simulate this. So, oh, that's really weird. Okay, so for some reason it is no longer, there we go. So that's what it's supposed to. Oh, hey! So when did I start streaming? Probably about like 3-4 months ago. I had to take a month break over Christmas because I've got some events in my life that make it particularly Christmas a little bit tough on my body. And Zerflat is my partner, so he can call me a cute lady. Not a lot of other people can. Alright, so just to go over what I just fixed up, let's just play that through. But yeah, it was surprisingly easy. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks so good. Is it gonna happen then? There's two of them. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was pretty incredible. What's going on? Alright. I don't know if there's anything else I can close. Alright. Sorry, I just noticed that my PC is having a bit of trouble. Am I lagging at all for you guys? Because I just showed off that the portals do actually work as intended, thank fuck. Yeah, so if anyone could give me some feedback on that, that would be fantastic. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep working on this. So the portals work as intended. I just had to move a few things around. Cool. In that case... Alright, that's what I was going to do. So I was going to add a new line of behavior. So just going to move order operations up. And move all of this stuff down a little bit. Yeah, and then adding a pin. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm just gonna make a custom event. So that's a new branch of logic. Yeah, I'm just gonna move everything down. Just to, I just like to keep it clean, just so I know what I'm gonna be looking at. But it's pretty much gonna be doing what this does. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Alright, so I'm adding a custom event, and we are going to be calling this event alert. Alert. There we go. And I'm gonna be, just for the sake of time, because I know that all of this stuff works, I am going to be grabbing all of this and pasting it here. And yeah, so that saves me a lot of time. Except what we want to be doing is I'm going to go over to my good old Pixel Studio and oh, that's why it's having a bit of trouble. It's because I've got Pixel Studio open. Alright. Bear with me, guys. I'm having a bit of a... Oh, I don't know if you read in the comments, Zerflat, but what's given me strife? Oh, apparently Streamlabs is... Yeah, okay. But streaming on a different device would actually be really helpful for the load on my PC, so I don't know. Hold on. Oh, right. Sorry. Like, open it on a different device, as in, like, my iPad. Right. Now I get it. My brain's just like, wait, how do I stream on a different device if the... Yeah, no. My brain. Right. So what we've got here is... I'm just going to delete... So, where I'm at now is here. I'm just going to turn that back off. And, so I've got this here. And I'm just going to... delete, like, just gonna delete all these middle bits, and oh lord, I'm just gonna put a background on that because not being able to see what's going on is stressing me out. So move downward, give this like a nice black background. There we go. Now I can see everything. I can also see that I was like off by a little bit. Alright, so there's that. There we go. Something about that just irks me. Oh well, I'll make it work. Well, no, I'll fix it up in a second, but like... And I'm just gonna grab the orange. Oh lord. Oh no, that is not what I wanted in the slightest. Cool, so instead I'm going to give that a little bit more covaciousness. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit nicer. Might actually do that in red. Orange isn't really like a danger color, is it? Yeah, a nice red. And then I'm gonna put like a little exclamation mark in there. Ew. There we go. That looks nice. No, that looks like a penis. I apologize. This happens occasionally. Things just end up looking like penises. Alright, so I'm happy with that. That looks like an alert. I'm just gonna delete that layer underneath because I now no longer need to see. Oh, what just happened? Delete layer. Yes, I am sure. Cool, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this as an image somehow, if I remember how. Oh, hello, humble genocide. Yes, accidental penises, for which I apologize. So yeah, I'm gonna call this a portal alert. There we go. And yes, I'm going to be saving this. Humble genocide, like, how do you humilify? Your username is really messing with me, man. I'm like, wait, hold on, but it's wrong. Alright, so I've saved this out. I'm now going to close this software. Save and quit. I'm gonna come over here to boop. Make sure you guys can see what's going on. Awesome. And I'm just gonna scale it up. Just because I know that like I'm very limited in my scaling. We don't want recently. Oh, awesome. So portal alert, it's right there. And I'm gonna scale this up by 500% because that's the way everything else is scaled up. So that's 75. Just because I've done this so many times, I now math on the go. So we're gonna be exporting this once again, and so that's that done. We've just made a new asset for the game. Just so coming back over to the workspace and closing GIMP because I don't imagine I'll need it anytime soon. I'm going to be going over and adding this object. So going back to our level and going into art images, and yeah, it's fine here. So what I'm going to do is drag and drop that new... Where the fuck is it? There it is. I'm gonna drag and drop that new object right into here. Gonna open it and have a look because it's looking kind of grainy around the edges. So I'm gonna do what I do every time, and the filter, change it to nearest is the first option. A friend, oh, okay. I don't know what kind of people you want. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Right, so now that that's been added to the game, I'm just going to be making a sprite. So a sprite is an image that is always faced towards the player. For someone who doesn't know, it's used to generate a lot of effects like grass. Not so much trees, because trees don't kind of rotate towards you, but grass, clouds, stuff that, you know, you can kind of easily fake the realism of yeah. So that's the thing. That's what sprites are. So I'm just gonna pop that into my sprites thing. And so now that's here. So what I'm going to end up doing here actually is I'm going to change this to alert sprite. So that's going to look kind of interesting here. Portal sprite. And when we simulate this, oh, that's not good. That's no good. All right, thankfully we can actually delay this, I believe, by a bit. Let me think for a second, because I'm pretty sure there's something that allowed me to delay. So planar movement, it's not here. Not rotating, not movement component. Okay, so cool. Oh. Okay, cool. So I can actually activate the rotating movement. So that's fine. So that's really good to know, because I can activate it after the alert. So after the alert closes, I can make, so this should now, awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back over here into the event graph and add this new alert. There we go. And no, we do not want that there. So alert, and then after that we want to be rotating movement. So it's telling me that there we go, toggle active. So there we go, rotating movement. So I'm just going to change that to portal rotating movement, just so I don't like naming anything the same in there we go. So that's toggle, so that should make it active. Excellent. And then I want to be doing an increment, so increment integer. And just to move, whoop, no, there we go. So that, there we go. So there we go. So that should be a thing. And then once that is false, we want to be, so I'm grabbing the close animation to copy and paste now. Gonna move that back. So I'm gonna grab all of this and slap that on the end there. So if it is false, yeah, so what this is saying is that if it's no longer between these values, move on to this bit, so that should make it, oh lordy. So there we go. Oh lordy, I'm gonna need more space. Alright, so let's start the precarious process of making this a thing. All of this can move down here, so that this stuff can move back. Excellent. And after this, we don't want to destroy the actor, but we do want to go into this sphere and make sure that it is, no need to enable gravity, but we do need to disable it. Let me just remember where that is. Okay. Okay. There is no enable or disable. So I'm just gonna go false, collision. There we go, set collisions enabled. Alright, so cool. That is collisions only, query only. There we go. So we have set the... So just to go into here, now that I found out what I'm looking for, I am going to set it to collision enabled and no collisions, so that when it initially spawns, the portal, the alert, so, oh shit, I completely forgot. I'm also going to need to, before I do this, I'm going to need to set flipbook. Or just change the flipbook, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh wait, sprite. There we go, I need to set a new sprite. So set sprite. And just going to move that, oh, going to move these underneath. Isn't that nicer? Alright, so, and I'm going to be red. Portal. There we go. So that's going to, so when we go into here, it's going to simulate. Close. Oh no. Okay. So let me have a think. Alright, so it's opening and closing as intended. Yes, but so for some reason it's not setting the new sprite. So what I think is actually happening. Oh hey, how's it going? I've watched your... Hi, wait, Coddle Squid I swear you just typed random letters. I can't say, but yeah, hi. It's actually going pretty well. I'm running into this weird issue. Oh, thank you. About to do graphic design for your stream. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's really awesome. So, I feel so loved. That's so nice to have someone come in and do that. Your username still really confuses me, and yeah, but I appreciate. Right. So for some reason, so I think what's going on is I'm gonna see what happens if I take this out. Dungeon probably the best one or one of the best games. Yeah, so right now it's in 2D, but I intend to take it up to 3D, but yeah, but yeah, thank you. I'm trying to add some, I'm trying to add different features, so I'm just gonna take that comparison out and see what that does in the viewport. So, okay, for some reason it's just not. Okay. Huh. What if I see it like playing live? But yeah, thank you. I'm trying to add something unique because, you know, like I could make another of the same game, but why would I? Oh, okay. That's not how you do. Okay. So, instead, oh. Okay, did that person just kind of like drop in, leave a thing to follow and drop out? Did I interpret that right? Oh no, they're still here. Okay, that was really awkward for me because I was just like, wait. Because it shows that there's 3 users in the chat, but it says in like the viewing that there's 2 users, which is really confusing. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to check out your stuff later after this stream. So now I'm having this really weird issue where the alert isn't even being taken into account. So yeah, so this is supposed to be inactive and then be activated after the alert is done. So I'm not sure what's going on here. So I am going to, for the alert, I'm going to delay. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try to delay by 1 second, because that seems reasonable. And then I am going to change the sprite again. So just gonna break links. There we go. And so portal. There we go. And okay, so it is changing. It's just been a little bit weird about it. All right. 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 Okay, so... I am thinking that it would be in my best interest to just... what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna try to, like... Like, maybe, like, just a flash of it, flash of the alert. I mean, does it need to kind of, like, go in and out? Like, I've kind of hit a bit of a stop here, because I'm not sure what I want out of this. Or, you know, whether I want it to do the alert and then... Alright, so I'm just going through this code here and just seeing... Yeah, this this used to be so much more complicated. It's lost weight. Alright, so... The issue I am now having is that this... Oh, it doesn't have enough time to do what it needs to do. Now I see it. Alright, so I'm going to give this 2 seconds, like earlier, because it's just, like, it's got a lot of stuff to process. So I'm going to add a delay, and then let's say of about 2 seconds, because that's how long it takes to go in and out, like, shroom shroom. And going to connect this here, and, oh wait, no, we're going to... There we go. So if it is less than 1, I believe. Let's just have a quick little look, see. There we go. I'm not sure why I put that accent on it. It sounds so fucking weird. Alright, so now that we sorted that out. Alright, cool. Yeah, that looks decent enough. So yeah, we've got that zooming out and then zooming in. I'm just gonna oh boy. Ooh boy. E-boy. Has anyone seen Ralph Breaks the Internet? I watched that recently, and now it's stuck in my head, this moment. But I think it's really cool, because, you know, it kind of explores the complexities of, you know, friendship. And yeah, I thought that it was a good way for them to explore the character and, you know, changes. I guess that's what it feels like when friends move away. Okay, so I'm gonna have a look in the viewport and see what that looks like, if it's gonna simulate properly. Okay. I'm gonna see how that goes in the game, if it's gonna wait before being activated. Whoa, boy. Okay. Everyone else saw that, right? Okay, so, what I'm gonna do is, what? Okay, so it's doing this really weird thing where, I'm just gonna... Okay, so what's happening here is that it's Um, yeah, it's so wholesome, especially at the end where he's just like, oh, I feel better about myself. Anyway, so what's going on here is that it's trying to compare. So I'm gonna see if I can cut this out. But what it's doing now is grabbing the value and then using that to determine whether it should be shrinking in or out. So if I go back over and try this again, simulation, nope. So it's trying to kind of scrunch in and scrunch out at the same time. So, all right. So there's one way that I can do this. And the way that I'm thinking is that I do the alert open and close, just add that as a different line so that it interacts differently. That seems to be the way to go. Or, optionally, I could just try to do the same thing that I do here, which is the switch on int. Or, option number 3, I could try to do a sequence. So I think the switch on int would be the best thing to do in this situation because, first of all, keeping everything in order here. So that's what I'm going to do, and keeping code broken down and in its separate chunks, because the more like this is more likely to catch bugs and have weird behavior than stuff like this. So what I might do is just delete this entire branch except for you and do what I just did. Oh wait, hold on. And except for you guys. You guys are cool. You guys can stay alive. The rest of you, bye-bye. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. Copy, paste, slap that in there. Add a comment to make it look nice and pretty. So that's going to be... so I'm going to be adding a little bit of space here. Move this down so that it's all nice and pretty. There we go. And adding a pin, moving everything down. Oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. I will adjust that. How is that? Does that work better? Because feedback is always great, so thank you. So I've just taken it down by like 5 decibels. Yeah, so. I'm not sure what that was. It's part of the journey. Alright, so I've got alert open. So except I'm going to do it the proper way, and I'm going to leave no gaps in between. There we go. And see how that has like the nice name up here? So that works. And so I'm going to be making a custom event called alert close. There we go. I'm going to be doing the same thing. So that's going to take a second. That's going to alert close. No, that's not what we want out of life right now. We want to disconnect that so it doesn't do this weird shit. Delay by 1 second so that it does its animation cycle. Then we want to be disconnecting this. But we do want to be doing an increment. So that's just moving us through the stages, which determines the current behavior. So just going to be moving that in here. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, happy to answer it. Thank you for the feedback on the music, which has been turned down ever so slightly. Again, I'm not sure where their accent is coming from. I'm sorry if anyone feels like that I'm being rude. Please let me know. Cool. So now I'm just going to create that behavior by grabbing this. Except for you. Slapping that here, roughly-ish. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna move that over here. Bring that across. Make these a comment so that they're easier to move. So I believe that this is alert opening. Yeah. There's actually a concept in art in general, I think, where it's 80% of the work is done in 20% of the time, and then 20% of the work is done in 80% of the time. So, and this, even then, I'm not particularly happy with this because I want like little sparks and things to happen when an enemy walks through, or like some kind of like edge sizzle. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. So that is the alert open. And yeah, so now we've got 5 paths of behavior. Yeah. But yeah, like, feel free to start experimenting. Take what knowledge you have here and take it with you, because Unreal is free. That's the best part. You can get started today, and that's one of the big reasons I advocate this, because it makes game development so accessible. Like, even for people like me who struggle with programming, I can still make games, and that's really cool. So what I'm doing is right-clicking and commenting to just make sure my... this also allows me to move everything in one go without selecting it all crazy. So, whew, that's so convenient. There we go. Except we want to be extending this because we're adding these 2 babies. Here we go. Connecting that in there. So we are changing the sprite and enabling collisions, and we are also enabling the rotating thing. I'm not too happy because I don't feel like that's very clear, so I'm just going to move this out and make it much more visible here. There we go. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I find it to be somewhat satisfactory. Alright, so I'm just going to move this down here. Order of actions. There we go. So you guys can kind of see what's going on here. Obviously there's repeated behaviors, but they're all doing like slightly different things or different orders. Cool. So let's have a look in the viewport what that looks like. Motherfucker. Alright, so... Alright, so there's something that I'm missing here. Alright, so what I am thinking is I need like some kind of delay in the middle there. So what I'm gonna do on this game, so between overhauls and learning about different things and just having no idea what I'm doing, because I had 0 base knowledge. This game has taken me, I think it's about 150 hours at the moment, but that's a lot of it is learning along the way and completely changing the way the game works. So, it's been 150 hours of intensive learning. I'm just gonna... Oh, shit. Wrong one. There we go. Hopefully that can, I did not mean to do that. How do I untime you guys? So yeah, it's taken a little bit over a year. Yeah, that person is not very nice, and they've just been removed. But that's okay. About a year, but I'm doing this around university, and I've got some lightly crippling disabilities. I've got it in my website in the links. But yeah, like, hello, Puns Cake. You're new. Yeah, so I accidentally timed out my fucking music thing. Sorry, music thing. All right, so I'm just gonna moving all of this shit down. Add a delay in there. Because I've got no idea why it's doing that. Yeah, so I'm gonna be adding a delay. Oh, that's the funny question, because, I mean, I could just release this version right now and call it done. But I don't want to do that because I wanted to add a narrative. I wanted to add a boss enemy. I want to add a, I wanted to add some UI changes. I wanted to add some power-ups. So, like, I don't know, all that stuff adds up. Like, I'm expecting, like, another hour. I'm gonna change the drops, which I don't know how to do, so I'm gonna have to learn. The boss enemies, I'm gonna be exploring spline movement, which are lines in the game that you can change, and you can just kind of lock objects to these to move along these splines. No idea. I do aim to finish it by March, late March, but I honestly couldn't say, especially with my health, because it can be horrific. Like, I can just be stuck in bed, not just dead to the world. Yeah, so I'm just gonna add a delay here. And yeah, just because I want this to work a certain way, I'm gonna have to go through this, and that's alright. Let's say a delay of like 0.5 seconds. I'm happy with that. Move this up a little bit. Move this out so that I can add that increment. So yeah, like, I have no clue. Yeah, like, what can I say? I'd like to be done with it in this quarter, and I'm gonna have to call it quits at one point because I do want to make the 3D version, which means upgrading my 2D graphics to 3D graphics and re-releasing the same game, but with those updated meshes instead of sprites, which will still take even more time, even though all the coding is already done. So, you know, that's a lot of fun. The things I do for art. There we go. How do I... That's okay. Cool. Alright, so gonna go back into the simulation and see how that works. God damn it, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this? Alright, so coming down here. If anyone has any idea whatsoever of what's going on, feel free to pitch in your 2 cents. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a look and see what it does. Okay, does it? Okay. So it doesn't change this thing because it never actually gets here. Okay, so what if I do that? Okay, so I think I know what's going on. No. Okay, so if it's false, how do I stop it here? So what I'm gonna do here is I just don't know. Oh, I've got an idea. So while this is false, yep, I've got an idea. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to change these two around. So I'm going to slap that here, do that, do this. Oh wait, no, while this is true, so while it is in that range, oh, it's destroying the actor. No fucking wonder. Alright, so well done, me. So what that's not meant to be doing, so apparently it's destroying things that aren't meant to be destroyed. So false. There we go. So it's just like perpetually growing. Well, that makes sense. Alright, so oh no, what have I done? What's going on? I don't know where this is. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Didn't actually, you know, need to show me the coding for that. that was an adventure. All right, so I'm gonna compile this. I'm gonna come over. What did I just see? Okay, so good job. You are doing what you should be doing. Yep. Close. And then after the close, you should be changing your sprite. Oh, I see. Wait. Yes. And yeah, okay. So for some reason, it's choosing not to change this to the new sprite thing. So simulation. Okay, time to see what that does in the game. I'm not sure why I switched tabs for that. That wasn't necessary. Alright, so let's see how this game goes. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so that's a thing. Right. So what it's supposed to do is to move through these various... Oh, I know what's going on. Alright, so that's the... I didn't actually connect these because, you know, I'm a bit of an idiot. Creating an experience. My favorite thing about making the portals is having people go, oh shit, which portal do I... And feeling that for the first time, I want to create that feeling for other people, and getting that mechanic to feel just right and create the feeling that I want to is great. It gives me such a high. But in all seriousness, so real talk here. I remember playing Skyrim with the Inigo mod, and you know, like whatever, it's Skyrim mod. It's not like the biggest thing in the world. But what I found out while playing it is that Inigo has a chat branch for talking about your mental health. And something about that really, you know, just made me realize that this is a really powerful medium to meet people where they're at and make your way from there. Like one of my future games that I really, really want to work on, but I just don't have the skill set, is the Intro Prospector, which is kind of a Spelunky, but about mental health. And it's a community-based game where if you don't get along with the various citizens, which each embody a very kind of like a very basic idea of each mental illness and how to meet them where they're at and help them along, you can't effectively progress with the game. And so that gives you exposure to, you know, that so you know how to start having those conversations. And you know, like you have to practice some level of compassion and understanding in order to help these people, in order to progress in the game, and there isn't like this point value you can see, you gotta want to do it. So, you know, like even if that means just dropping by on the person who happens to be depressed at the moment, just saying hi, and you know, that adds to the little point system. For example, like I don't know, I'm not making that game right now, I'm making this one. But, you know, just seeing that change within a game lets you take those skills into real life. And so that's, games aren't just games, they are teaching tools. So, yeah, it's really great, especially since you see the same thing used to teach autistic kids. Alright, so I'm just going to go through this behavior, make sure I got everything right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So that should now work as I intended it to. Yep. And close. And fuck you. So yeah, that's what I enjoy most about games. Like they're so, you know, there's so much to them. Alright, so I'm going to tell this to go get fucked. And I'm going to move this stuff up here. Because fuck you. Yeah, so this is gonna get messy. Alright, so I'm gonna have to break my lovely symmetry here. So yeah, like, yeah, I'm very passionate about what games are capable of in terms of assisting people who don't always, you know, feel like they can get assistance, or whether that's inaccessible or whatnot. So yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look. Make this all nice and aligned. Plug that into there. Oh wait, no, we want to do that after the portal is closed. Fuck. Wrong location. Take it all back. There we go. I feel like it's 0.5 seconds is too much, so I'm going to take that down to 0.2. Can everyone hear me, by the way? Alright, so just going to move this back up here. And paste these bitches back in. I mean, let's turn this around. Humble Genocide. Why do you play games? Because I always find this really interesting, just to see what people like try to get out of the experience. Because that's what it is. It's an experience. Oh lord. Oh lord, this is looking nasty. Lord save my code. You know what? It is just so much easier for you. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Ah! What? No! I haven't saved in ages. Ah! We have just had a crash, my peeps. Oh my god. Oh my soul. Ah! No! Alright, important thing is, we know where we're at, and we know where we're going. Ah! Alright, that's alright, that's alright. This happened frequently when working with Maya, which is a 3D software that I studied during my first degree. And what they said is like, okay, you lost progress, but now it's going to be so much faster to get to the same point, and you know, you're practicing a skill. So I'm going to keep that same positive outlook while I'm just going to grieve my loss. My sweet child. And jump right back into it. Yeah, I know. Skip the restore. So now we're just waiting. So I'm going to see how bad the damage is. Ah, no, you're alright. We love you. I've got to whitelist them again. Yeah, exactly. Exploration. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I get it. Wait, hold on. Are you saying that this pop rock, I've lost all the progress on it? Well, to be honest, I haven't done much with it. Yeah. All right, cool. Um, I'm just gonna catch up to where, yeah, I'm just gonna catch up to where I was. Give me a second, guys. No. Okay, rename. Okay, portal. How much have I lost? I'm just gonna, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. So if anyone wants to know what, losing your dreams feels like, this is it encapsulated. Oh no. Alright, so... Okay. It's an hour in. It's about time to take a break. And just to kind of recollect myself. Because that was the last 2 hours of my life trying to figure this out. Just gone. Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be fine. I'm just taking the time to stretch. Get the hip clicks. Well, I mean, it's also just good to stretch. So if you guys have been sitting down for a while, I would recommend that you know, come and stretch with me. Let's have like a little moment of stretching. I am currently reaching for the sky. Feet kind of like shoulder width, just reaching up as high as you can. Oh, my fucking spine. Or my double spine. It's an inside joke. You guys will get it eventually. Gonna be leaning to the left. Oh, there's a click. Just counting. I'm not counting to anything in my head. I'm making this shit up as I go. Leaning the other way. Oh god. How's my body so dysfunctional? There we go. I've just placed my feet slightly further apart and I'm reaching down, hoping my hamstrings don't snap. And just side to side, stretch out the inside of my hamstrings and get those little hip clicks in my hips because there we go. Alright, so this is a good time to think about why previous behavior wasn't working. So yeah, or maybe it crashed because I was trying to process it. Anyway, so what I was trying to achieve there is open animation, get it to stick there for a second, close the animation, and then change over the sprite, enable the collisions, and toggle the rotation so that it rotates when it opens. Alright, that's fantastic. Yeah, so it's easy to catch up on. It just upset me a little bit that it happened. And, you know, that's gonna happen sometimes. Like, what's you gonna do? And changing the tag so that when you go over these enemies, they do actually hurt you. I'm still trying to decide whether they hurt you like once or twice. That's a bit of a thing. But yeah, if anyone has any input on, you know, what they would like to see or, you know, if they have any ideas, I'm all for it. As long as you're not like one of those people who try to backseat program. Yeah. Alright, so cool. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I would like to get some water. I'll be right back. Actually, can I reach it? I think I can reach it while wearing my headset. It's a miracle. Wait, just gonna... There we go. I got it. Alright. I mean, thankfully I didn't lose the behavior that I was copy pasting, because if I'd lost that, I'd be having a rough time. because that was a pain to figure out, and I wouldn't want to figure it out again, because obviously, like, why would I store that information when I have it very readily available? Alright, so I'm now back. We are now jumping back into it. Oh, okay. Give me a second, guys. I just need to whitelist this my Streamlabs thing. Uh-oh. All right. The break is still ongoing. I will be right with you. Yay for, you know, random drama. Do I need to? I didn't mean to. It's okay. Here we are. At least the music is great. If anyone has like any input on experience in Streamlabs, that would be awesome. Oh wait, hold on, I just need to set it as moderator. Okay, I've got no idea. Okay, well, we'll just have to live with it. Alright, jumping back in. Right, so jumping back into our workspace. So now you guys get to see how it is from scratch. Yay! So this was my... Let's just see how far we've come. So yeah, that's what it used to be like before I found out the rotating component. So that's for stuff that constantly rotates. So instead of this shit. Alright, so first thing I want to be doing is add some variables. Variables being the stage. Switch on string. Oh wow, there's actually lots of switches that I can use. Give me a second to just kind of scroll through them quickly. Alright, so switch on int is actually the easiest one that I could think of. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so my chat box is just, it's having a time. So what I was doing before is adding the rotating component, rotating movement, so I'm just going to rename that properly. So we're just catching up to where we were earlier, portal rotating movement. I wanted it to move in the Y direction by 180, but just to see what this does is, woohoo, that's crazy! But that's not what I want it to do this time, so I'm just going to change that to 0, and then so you guys can see. Oh, hi, thank you for jumping in. Humble Genocide. It was lovely having you, and you know, just learning some about you because you know, exploration is fun, and yeah, good stuff. Hope to see you soon. Yep. Sphere. Right. Portal collision. Collision. And we want to be changing that to portal and changing that to alert. If that's still, yep, it still exists. And right, so what do we want to be doing? So I don't have the close, that's okay. We can work our way back from there. Cool. So I'm just gonna so I'm gonna call this portal open, and we're going to comment first. So yeah, stuff like this happens sometimes, and like, you know, there's no point in crying over spilled milk, I guess, because you know you just brush off and you keep going. Initialize portal. I'm really trusting my brain here. I know how to spell. Look at that. That worked. What's this? Delay. I'm not sure why I have that there. Don't need this. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna try this stuff again. Actually, I don't need to make this so complicated. I can just do this as an open. And this is going to be disabled. So, fantastic. So I'm not sure why this doesn't exist. So we're going to have it go over and have a look, just to make sure that, you know, it knows what it's doing. So I'm going to go into enemies. Okay, it's not that. Oh wait, into images. That's where we want to be going. Alright, so there seems to be a distinct lack of... Oh no, mint portal. No, but there's a distinct lack of alert right here. Alright, so I'm just going to ship this back in. Easy fix. There we go, portal alert, ship it back in, no drama. Gonna make sure it's all, you know, not fuzzy. There we go. And so I just changed the filter to nearest for anyone who was watching. So yes, going back into the portal. So I'm gonna change, no, it's good as is. I'm not sure why it's not referencing the old object, so I'm going to go into sprites, and I'm going to reload reference viewer. Yeah. Okay, so let's just make this from scratch then, because it's doing this weird thing where it's not sure what's going on. That's okay. So images, we're going to create a sprite by right clicking and dragging that into here, move, and coming back into the portal object that was there before, but I must have closed it. Alright, it closed it because I deleted an object, because it was like, ah, what am I supposed to do? Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so alert. I'm gonna go into here, and I want this to initialize with a scale of 0. Cool. But I want this to be deactivated. Righto. Alright, so a few things that I need to do, a few changes I need to make. First of all, it appears Okay, so I've got this rotating component, and so I'm grabbing the rotate. So this is grabbing the transform. I'm taking the scaling from that, and I am comparing it to 0 to 1. If it's within those values, I want it to increase in. All right, I still need to compile it. Adoy. All right, cool. So simulating this. Does it not exist? Oh, right. Okay. So, just gonna do open. That'll do it. So there we go. So coming into here. There we go. And so that does what we needed to do. Yeah, sorry about the Alright, so what's happening now is I'm going to be doing set stage. Oh right, I completely forgot to do that. So what we've got here is we've got the stage. I'm gonna add set stage and set it to 1. Fantastic, that line up there. And then under stage 1, we have this delay. So that'll keep it open for however long. Setting the stage to stage 2. Sorry guys, I'm not as talkative in explaining what I'm doing because I'm just catching up to where I was, which, you know, although kind of has dampened my spirits somewhat, like, just part of life. So what I'm going to be grabbing is this again, except I'm going to be copy and pasting here, renaming this to... Okay, so it's the pasting that did it. At least I saved a few times, I believe. Alright, if it did not save a few times, then I'm gonna have to call it here and do this in my own time, because it's wearing down on my morale a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it was lovely to have people come and join me for this stream. It's always nice to kind of, you know, try to educate and let people know that they can start making games today. Yeah, so let's see how we go. We're at 50, 70, almost completely loaded. And then I can sort out this Streamlabs issue that I'm having to make sure that they can post links, because, yeah, that was a thing. Alright, it's about to launch. Alright, good thing is that... Alright, let's load the portal. It's happening. Yeah, okay, I'm done. I'm out for the count. Thank you for dropping by, guys. Make sure to drop a follow if you'd like to see where this game goes and what else I'm going to be adding to it and how I do that. Otherwise, there's updates through Twitter. I do some art stuff on Instagram, just some kind of a little bit more, you know, people-friendly art where I make it all nice and pretty. I also stream on Facebook. I have Reddit that I need to polish up, but yeah, And there will be uncut streams on YouTube that I still have to upload from this week, but it's gonna happen. What else? I think that's it. Just there's a